Since you clicked on this video, I'm going to either assume that you are still on a rabbit hole on how to look better, or you're just simply just watching as much videos as you can in order to soak up as much knowledge as possible to look as good as possible. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 more things that I did to become more attractive. Before I start this video, I want to first thank you for 100 subscribers. Believe it or not, even though numerically it may not seem like a lot, but if you really think about it, 100 subscribers is like 3 or 4 big classrooms full of people that you are making content for. So I'm very grateful for that. And if you have not watched part 1 of what I did to become more attractive, I'm going to link it right around here. The first thing, growing facial hair. What did I do to be able to grow more facial hair? Because my default settings is just the simple mustache and the goatee. And for me to grow in the sides, like you see over here that are slowly coming in, I just simply use minoxidil. Now, you want to do your own due diligence when it comes to using stuff like this, because the way it works for me may not be the same way that it's gonna work for you. And the thing is that for me, what I did is that I bought the minoxidil with the foam, and I would just simply rub it on my face here. I'll rub it on each side of my face, and I'll also put it under as well. And also, right after I applied the foam onto my face, I would just simply use a derma roller and just roll it all over my face. What that is gonna do is it's gonna make small micro punctures into your skin, and it's gonna just make it a lot easier for your skin to overall absorb the minoxidil. And in my experience, every time that I would use the derma roller after applying minoxidil, it tends to work a lot better and it tends to work faster. One thing that you should know is that as you're growing facial hair and the minoxidil is working from consistent usage, sometimes for some people, especially for me, dormanted hair follicles within like your body hair and other places, like let's say your arm hair or your chest hair, sometimes when you're applying the minoxidil onto your face, it can sometimes activate those follicles, which pretty much I'm trying to say is that sometimes you may grow hair in other places that you probably wouldn't expect. Number 2, jewelry. When it comes to jewelry, it doesn't really have to be that complicated. As long as you just put on one bracelet, put on one necklace, one watch, and if you have earrings, you can put earrings, just one on each earring, and it would overall give you a more polished look. And in my experience, when I'm wearing jewelry, it just makes the outfits that I put on just feel more complete. And that's why I always would say, like, let's say you don't know anything about jewelries, or let's just say you just don't want to put a whole mass of rings, or you don't want to put a lot of bracelets or whatever. Just make it as simple as possible. If you're gonna put on earrings, don't just put one on one side and leave the other side blank, because it kind of throws off how your face looks overall, because your face now looks unbalanced. Number 3, manicures and pedicures. Even though you're doing as much as you can to maintenance, you know, how your face looks, or doing what you can to go to the gym to maintenance your body, you also want to make sure you're maintaining other parts of your body, especially your hands and your feet, because sometimes you can just forget about these types of body parts. And honestly, the last thing that you want to do is talk to someone or just, you know, give a handshake and they just feel your nails, your long nails, just poking them, or, you know, you're having physical contact with somebody and, you know, all they can feel is how sharp your claws is. And the thing is that hands also show a big sign of health. So if you don't have well maintenance hands, it's a subconscious signal that shows people that you're not as well kept, or you're not as healthy as you say you are, or not as healthy as you look. And the thing is that when you maintenance your hands and your feet well, it just shows that you are well groomed or you are healthy. Number 4, you want to avoid drinking dark pigmented drinks. By drinking drinks like black coffee, Pepsi, and, you know, root beer or other beverages that have a dark pigmentation, you are just going to stain your teeth. And over time, you're going to notice that your teeth by default will become more and more yellow over time as you increase the frequency that you're drinking drinks like this. And the thing is that when you're drinking drinks that don't have a dark color, like let's say Sprite or water or other drinks in general that have a lighter color, like also light coffee, you're going to to notice that your teeth does not get as yellow as if you were just to drink the darker drinks every single day. And if you really want to test this out, you can just simply use a whitening strip, and then you can drink dark colored drinks and see how long it takes before you're going to need to use a teeth whitening strip again, and then just repeat the process without drinking dark colored drinks. And you're going to see that the lighter colored beverages that you drink will not cause your teeth to stain as fast as dark colored drinks. If you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to subscribe and like and comment this video so that way more people can see this. And now let's get back into the video. Number 5, you want to eat with either a smaller spoon or with a fork. When you're using a big spoon, or when you're just shoving a lot of food in your mouth all at once, over time your face is going to get adjusted to consuming a lot of food, and what's going to happen is that your cheeks are overall going to just naturally be more stretched out. Even if you get lean, you're going to still notice that you have puffy cheeks, and in order for you to just slowly get rid of that puffy cheeks, even if you still have it while you're lean, you just need to stop eating a lot of food and just shoving food in your mouth overall at once. It's the same concept as if you are a gamer and you game for 10 to 12 hours a day and you always are wearing a headset for all that time. What's gonna happen is that your head is slowly going to cave in to the alignment of your headphones, and your body's just gonna adjust to you wearing the headphones every single day for 10 to 12 hours. And it's proven because it has happened to somebody before. It's the same thing that's gonna happen to you if you eat a lot of food at once. If you just stop shoving food in your mouth, your cheeks are gonna just slowly shrink in because it's no longer needs to be stretched out since you're not shoving food in your mouth anymore. And over time, as you get leaner and you just give it more time for your body to adjust, you're gonna notice that your cheeks are gonna overall hollow out as time goes on. And this is more of a long-term process where it's years and years in the future. It's not something that's gonna happen like instant. Number 6, you need to get silk pillowcases. When you have a silk pillowcase, you're gonna notice that when you're sleeping, you're not gonna feel that huge amount of friction that you usually would if you were just to use any other pillowcase. And it's gonna help your skin because now while you're sleeping for 7 to 9 hours, you're not going to be rubbing on your skin very hard in your sleep, which you're not gonna feel it because you're gonna be sleeping. So by proxy, you're gonna notice that you're gonna have better skin overall. Number 7, you have to work out your neck and forearms. Now, these two muscle groups are highly ignored, especially for the people who are just very into the gym. But if you want to maximize your attractiveness, you need to be able to work out your neck and your forearms. Now, when it comes to working out your neck, you need to do some due diligence, because if you don't do the techniques right, you're putting yourself in a position where you can hurt yourself. So what I do is I do a couple neck curls every so often, and sometimes I'll also do some neck extensions. When it comes to forearms, even though I do a lot of barbell and dumbbell and overall weight training with a lot of free weights, I will also make a point to just work out my forearms directly every so often. Over time, as you work out your neck and forearms, you're going to notice that not only does your face become more masculine because your neck is thicker and it looks more proportional to your face, but also you're gonna notice that your arms just look a lot better because sometimes you're not really showing your biceps or your triceps. Sometimes you have to wear long sleeve shirts where you can only really see your forearms, and if you have thinner forearms, nobody's gonna really be able to tell that you actually work out. Number 8, you want to lower your sodium, you want to increase your potassium, and you also want to increase your water intake to debloat your face. When you lower the amount of salt that you're eating and you increase your potassium, like eating more bananas or having coconut water if you like coconuts, and you're drinking water, all of these components together are going to regulate your sodium levels, which is gonna give your face a less bloated look. And yeah, you can use diuretics, but the reality is that is going to damage your health and dehydrate you. So the best thing you can really do is just to do the best that you can to naturally debloat your face. Number 9, you want to learn how to dress better. This is something that I'm slowly learning how to do over time as I experiment with certain clothing pieces and etc. Once you find the style that you're looking for, do what you can to improve on your personal style, because not only is that gonna solidify your appearance, but when you have a good sense of fashion, you're just gonna overall look more attractive than a lot of people out here. And number 10, you want to find the right glasses for you. Now, for the people who wear glasses, you want to pick certain frames based on, your attributes. If you have a sharp face or a sharp jawline, you want to use a round lens. I have my glasses right over here, and these glasses were not just picked by mistake. These glasses were strategically chosen. And the thing is that with these glasses, I chose these rims because I have thick eyebrows. And the thing is that if you have thicker eyebrows, and I mean eyebrows that are thicker, like taller, you want to choose frames that are thinner, so that way you're not covering your eyebrows. And the reverse is true for people who have thinner eyebrows. If you have thinner or less fuller eyebrows, you want to just choose frames that are a little bit thicker, so that way it enhances your appearance. The same thing goes for the sharpness of your face. If your face is angular, you want to choose frames that are rounded, so that way it contrasts with that. And the opposite is also true. So if you have a more rounded face, you want to just choose frames that are more rectangular, so that way it balances your face out. And yeah, that's all that really goes into choosing the right glasses for you. When it comes to glasses overall, it's all about having glasses that balance your face. And yeah, that's all I have for you in this video. I've given you 10 things that you guys can do in order to become more attractive. And if you are interested in content like this, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.